Hi, welcome, and my love to all of you. This is Anshu Sharma. If you are sleeping and you can't help it. But when you get awakened, you discover what others were and are still doing and how others' actions have been affecting you adversely. You discover how much control and manipulations were going on around you by the very people who were close to you, whom you trusted and felt they would protect you. You discover how they were furthering their own interests and agendas, and how they were together in physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual abuse against you. How people are united in their lies and deception. How they are not ready to open their eyes, accept and relinquish their control. You are shocked. It is disbelieving at first. It might take some time even to accept it to yourself, let alone taking any action. But after acceptance comes, and then if you do not make a choice towards your self protection and simultaneous self empowerment, it is very disempowering to your soul. The choice to remain in that environment and letting abuse continue is very self sabotaging and detrimental to our soul. Whatever you do, whether it is little or big, becomes your responsibility. Choices do not have to be big, but making continued decisions in making choices is important for most. You arrive at a point in your life where revolutionary leaps in consciousness are made through small choices. You are awakened and you are ready to take small but determined actions. This is what Sheila did when she discovered herself in an abusive situation. The worst still, the abuse was being carried out in a most amicable and friendly manner. She was confused and disorientated. The friendly denial from the abusive team of people was making even confrontation difficult, let alone any resolutions or mutual agreements. It took her some more time before continued actions of others that were visible made her convince herself to the extent the abuse had penetrated in her life. By this time, much more damage had taken place in her emotional and then in her physical life. Slowly, she discovered how her truth was being abused and how she was expected to submit before others' lies, deception, control, and manipulations. Finally, she put out a clear signal and took a small action. This action created a new energy wave in her causal body, where impressions and habits lie. A new response was registered in her subconscious mind. This was a small step towards her journey to self empowerment. Each member of the family responded in his or her own ways. Some in a cool and collected way, but still forcing their own ways. Some responded in a forceful manner, others in a sly, sarcastic, and in a disdainful manner, while some preferred to stay neutral, accepting her decisions, but also others stand. Everyone collectively and individually responded in their own way, but none came forward to support actively or even imply support non-verbally. Though feeling dejected and disappointed, in time she understood. This is how people respond, depending upon their own past experiences and personal agendas. This is how people exhibit their inner refusal to lend support and service to others. Alienation and mental torture continues. Situations do not change. Everyone involved continues responding in their own ways. Cold War stays where it was within the family. From time to time, the issues emerge, erupt, strong words and strong emotions are exchanged, but the matter subsides. Nothing really changes, as underneath energies in the subconscious remain the same. But what changed was Sheila's continued journey towards self-healing, self-love, self-responsibility, and most important, her self-esteem and self-respect. She understood people involved keep behaving in with similar preconceived ideas and dispositions. While she continued detaching and inviting new energies in an attempt to raise her frequencies and vibrations. New realizations dawned on Sheila, and she learned some new lessons. She understood it depends when your awakening happens. Even if awakening happens, it depends when you are ready to act in your self-defense. What choices you make at that time. Others may be aware, but they are not able to take a stand. Everybody's timing is different. When realization dawns on them, when they are ready to either protest or relinquish their own need to control. What happened? Another member of the family agreed to the stand which Sheila took. This member got awakened, but for a long time was unable to take a stand due to lack of support and willpower. When the circumstances were favorable, new choices in action were exerted by this person. This has to be understood, Sheila thought. The timing and others' realization and their willingness to act. This is wisdom. Till then, as per contract, all involved continue to make their choices and responses. Sheila, however, was more awakened and more advanced in her journey of awakening and ascending to higher dimensions. She continued her journey to discover and imbibe peace, happiness, and joy. She had to undergo testing times when she lost the support of her dear ones, but gaining the support of totally unknown people at the same time. Again and again, she was reminded to detach from the old and attach to the higher energies. She continued to discover the lessons underneath each flare up and conflict. She stood for her rights. In time, she earned self-esteem and self-respect in her own eyes. The biggest lesson was make choices, small or big. Continue supporting your values and principles, no matter how difficult a situation is. What is important is your value in your own eyes. How much you love yourself, how much you care for yourself, how much willing you are to sacrifice unimportant things for something you truly value, your own principles. When you do not compromise, yet at the same time you surrender to your higher self. Bring enlightenment and power in your chosen fields and help others. At the same time, learn patience and tolerance and also respect others' journey. Others are also making their choices and responding in a manner they know best. Accepting others to awaken and take a stand similar to yours and at the same time when you are ready is also a subtle control. The lessons take their own time. How much time you stay in a contract depends on your willingness to learn the lessons. After you have taken the necessary actions and emotionally freed yourself, you are free. Free from your pain and sufferings. This is life. Freedom from pain and sufferings. Thanks for listening. Please leave your comments. Lots of love and light.